What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James. We back in these streets. We in these Saturday work streets. Running the store by myself today, so I'm like, before it starts getting cracking up in here, because I know it's about to get busy as hell. Hopefully this rain keeps it away. Just want to talk about something that's just on my brain right now. So this ain't gonna be a long video, but my thought just keeps on coming. Just in life and everything. The time is now. The time is now, and I've been saying this for these Cowboys since I've been doing content creating since 2017. I've been saying the time is now. And more than ever, the time is now. And this is the reason why I say that. When you look at this football, the game of football, you play 1 year in the NFL is like what they do with dog years. So for every 1 year, they always say it's like 6 to 7 years in dog years. That's what it feels like in NFL. Every 1 year you play in the NFL, that's like 6 years with dog years. So you getting added years, okay? So the game of football is a physical sport. My son was a dog coming out of youth football, was an animal. Went right in as a freshman, turning up. Playing JV ball, going crazy. I was just really geeked up. Thought big things about to happen. Broke his wrist. Out the rest of the year. Comes back his sophomore year. Playing varsity. Think he about to go crazy. Hurts his shin. Out 4 weeks. Dude, just switch up and go play basketball because you're going to end up missing all your years. And because if you got this broke, you can't play ball. So I end up having to go play basketball. Because that game of football is a physical game. And what reason why I brought my son up is because we just saw Dak Prescott out for the year. We saw what happened in 2020. He went down, no playoffs. Went down again this year, no playoffs. Micah went down. I always said, well, what if Micah ever gets hurt? CD Lamb. See, the problem is we always have this assumption that these guys are always going to be here year in and year out. No, they're not. The game of football is one of the toughest sports out there. If you look at the four major sports, basketball, hockey, baseball, football got to be the roughest. That's why them contracts ain't guaranteed. Because they ain't signing you for no 4-year deal knowing damn well one hit could end your career and now they on the hook for that contract. Basketball is different. You're not getting hurt like that in basketball. You get injuries. I play ball. You're more of a higher risk in football than basketball. You're more of a higher risk in football than baseball. You're more of a higher risk in football than hockey. And I think hockey is a very physical sport. So that's why these contracts ain't guaranteed. Tomorrow ain't guaranteed in the NFL. The life expectancy is like, 3 years? And that's because how physical the nature of the game is. So the reason why I'm saying all this is to say this. Why as a front office are you not trying to put your best foot forward every single year, knowing that this game of football is fragile and it's a short life? It's a very short life. Okay, Micah is like 25 now. CD Lamb about 25 now. You see how quick them years are? And if you don't win in the next few years, then they're going to be 29 and 30. Then they're going to start the downtrend. They're not going to be uptrend. They're going to start the downtrend. So these are the prime years. That's why you see these other teams going hard. There ain't no tomorrow. It's always got to be today. In the NBA, you can have draft picks and slow cook it and build your team young through the draft. You can do that. And you can do that in the NBA because it's a process where those guys are probably still going to be there because of the less physicality nature of the game. In the NFL, yes, you want to build through the draft, but you got to make it happen now. Them guys got to hit the ground running. You got to win now. Even if you're preparing for the future, you have to win now because at any play, your star player could be done and can change the whole trajectory of the season. So that's why the front office got to stop playing these games. That's why these Eagles, that's why these Rams, that's why these Niners, these are all NFC teams, they ain't got time to wait because you can lose your star, you can lose top players, and then your season could be done. Then what? You got to win it when it's now. So you can't sit there and play around. Dallas got to be aggressive in free agency. There ain't no excuses no more. There ain't no, there ain't no excuses now. The Cowboys got to be aggressive in free agency. You got to get a couple guys. If you want to Miles Garrett, keep him away from the Commanders. They're going after him. Keep him away from the Eagles. They're going to go after him. Just solidify their team even more. I heard Jeffrey Simmons might be something. I told y'all about Jonathan Allen. I told y'all about Deron Payne. I said that last year. Go get you some guys, a couple of guys, whether it be a corner, a linebacker, a running back, defensive tackle. Get these things in free agency now, so when you go into the draft, it's a luxury. Don't go into the draft, and they always say this, don't go into the draft feeling like you're drafting for need. Because when you do that, usually you're off the mark when you try to draft for need, because you didn't feel them needs in free agency. That's what it's for. The draft is for your depth. The draft, your first couple rounds, you want those guys to come in and probably make an instant impact. But the rest of that stuff is depth. That's for your guys who are already on the team, and then your free agents who are coming in and going to probably be starting. Now you have your depth and your rookies, and you can slow cook them, and they don't have to be on the forefront and put all that pressure on them. You put a lot of pressure on rookies when they're coming straight from college and going into the league. You saw what happened with Carson as a corner. He played 3 or 4 games, looked okay, and then got shell-shocked, and they kept him on the ground the rest of the year. That's how real it is. So there ain't no time to play around. You got to get tough in free agency. You got to get some real guys. You got to stop getting these Band-Aid guys, these guys that are just, they're not movers and shakers. They're not helping the team. They're not taking the team to the next level. And they're going to fade when the games matter most. That's why they're journeymen. That's why they're cheap. You got to spend some money, dog. And that's what I'm going to keep saying this free agency. You got to do it. I don't care what we keep on hearing about. That's not the way the Joneses operate. They said they was going to do a little different. You must. Because if not, you just sounding dumb, Joneses. Ain't nobody. It's just, you sound stupid. If you don't get active, if the Eagles, if the Rams, if the Commanders, the Niners, if these NFC teams didn't just show you how quick it can turn around and how you can get right there, I don't know what else will. And then you just ain't about Cowboys. You ain't about football. And then if it ain't about that, just please shut up. Big Game James, I'm out. Peace.